Hello, I'm Indigo Warrior and I'm going to do your Libra/Scorpio Cusp horoscope for the month of August 2017. Now, all of these cards have been pre-shuffled, and when you see the cards as they come, it will be new to me as it will be new to you. I have no idea what your reading's going to hold. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a sense for your reading. I feel like there might be some emotional issues, perhaps, that you might have to sort through perhaps this month. I feel like that's what the cards are telling me at this present moment. Now, I like to do my readings slightly differently to how other readers perhaps may do their readings. I just pick up thoughts and feelings, and I listen to what the angels guide me to say and do, and this is how I give you my readings. I feel like I'm intuitively given the answers to your readings. So now let's begin, shall we? Let's see what the month of August 2017 has for you. Libra/Scorpio cusps. Let's see. Okay, we have the Five of Michael. So there's something in this month that you will feel that it's getting you a bit down, because this card is basically Michael is telling you that the situation does not serve you. You've got to release your attachment to the outcome and consider taking a more uplifting approach. So perhaps some of you are feeling very, very down in the dumps and very sort of, I feel like there's a lot of emotions and there's a lot of thoughts and feelings that are very, very predominant for you, and there might be an inner feeling that's going round and round and round and round. I also feel like, because obviously Michael is coming forth to tell you guys that obviously the situation that you are in does not serve you, so perhaps maybe you've been putting too much time and too much attention on something that has been pulling your energy force from you, that you feel like hasn't really got the best outcome in for you, really. I get this sense. I get the sense that you guys have been going through an awful lot, and that you felt like something was supposed to happen, perhaps it didn't happen, now you're sort of questioning it. And I feel like that Michael's here to tell you guys that don't put so much thought into it. Sort of go, this situation did not serve you, or you was not ready for it at this particular time, perhaps. Okay, let's move on to the second card. Friendship. Okay, so this could be for people in your life that obviously your friends, you're close to. It doesn't necessarily have to be like friends. It could be your family. It could also be a loved one, like or a loved one, love interest perhaps, I'm feeling, because I feel like perhaps that somebody maybe was interested in you, perhaps that you didn't feel the same way. And I feel like you need to feel the same way in order to be able to make a commitment to somebody. I feel that this is something that you, Libra/Scorpio, have to feel. So let's see if we can move on. Let's see if I get anything else. Maybe we'll come back to this. Maybe the angels will make it more clearer. So we have the Fire Opal for sensuality and confidence. So I feel very sort of like fiery, so perhaps there's been some pent up emotion perhaps inside you. Perhaps someone else has made you feel quite good about yourself, in perhaps a sexual or a romantic sense of way. Maybe someone you were really, really attracted to could have turned you down, or was offering you something that you wasn't perhaps ready for, or you didn't feel like you needed it. I get this feeling from the Fire Opal. I feel like this person may have given you some confidence as well. So sort of like before you had like this encounter with this person, perhaps maybe you felt like your self-esteem perhaps was a little low. So perhaps this person brought out the sides of your nature, Libra/Scorpio, that is such a beautiful, passionate energy. So perhaps they brought this side to you out that you've never really felt, or only a few people perhaps have ever sort of brought that energy out. So visualize success. So when the visualized success comes up in a reading, is obviously, this card means obviously see yourself doing well in this situation, have faith in a positive outcome. So perhaps for some of you, perhaps that there's been some issues regarding your self-esteem, which I felt before, but maybe we'll take the self-esteem away from somebody else. Maybe it's your self-esteem perhaps in a job opportunity or in a successful career, or maybe some ideas that you've been having recently. Maybe that there's something to do with, maybe you don't feel like your work is good enough. Perhaps maybe you don't feel like you're good enough to do something. And I can tell you now that this is not the case. The angels are here to tell you that this is definitely not the case. All you have to do is visualize it in your mind's eye and think about what it is that you really want. And you will probably start seeing signs, and you'll probably start seeing the way ahead. And to be honest, that is how things work. And you'll start seeing things for how they are, and then you'll realize that this thing that you really want, or this thing that you deserve, will be offered to you. And I feel like the angels are telling you that things may be offered to you this month that you may not necessarily thought in the past that you were entitled to, but I'm telling you, Libra/Scorpio, that you definitely are entitled to certain things this month. Let's move on to see what they else have to say. Peaceful resolution. So I feel like obviously that there's been some love issues perhaps. Now this could be family, this could be romantic life, this could be friendship. But I feel like there's been an argument perhaps. There's been some sort of disagreement, or not seeing eye to eye with somebody. There's not been any balance perhaps. And I feel like that there's an opportunity here. The angels are giving you an opportunity. I feel that there's a moment in this month where you'll be able to resolve the issues that you've been having. Maybe you'll be resolve them inside, so sort of like an internal resolution, or you may be able to resolve this issue that you have with the person or people that you seem to be having issues with. So perhaps the angels are telling you that there is a time now in this month of August for you to be able to resolve whatever issues that you have with other people. See, we have Raphael for communion. So of course, so Raphael obviously is the healing angel. So somebody, I feel, or people have not been able to understand you correctly. And I feel this. I feel like you feel like a bit like lost perhaps, and that people have got the wrong impression of you. And I feel like this may not be your fault, or it could be to a certain degree, I feel, maybe, because I feel like that maybe you haven't been completely honest perhaps, and that you feel like you have been honest, but somebody else doesn't feel like you've been very honest to them. So it could be this meaning. I also feel like, because it's the communion card, I feel like this person may be in your local area perhaps. They're around you. They could be working in the same job as you, same industry perhaps, or they're your neighbor, or there's somebody around you in your local area. I feel this very, very strongly. Let's move on. Okay, so we have, if I can turn the card over, we now have a Queen of Michael. So brilliant, self-reliant, insightful and humorous. Now, I feel like this is your energy to a certain degree, Libra/Scorpio. I do. And this card obviously comes out to tell you that you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. So think of your experiences in the past, think of everything that's happened, think about it, because I feel like that there is an opportunity here for great success, and it's also a time for your career rather than your relationship. So perhaps somebody has made you feel a bit insignificant about yourself, and that you feel a bit sort of emotionally stagnated. So maybe you've been putting yourself in work a lot more, and you've been focusing on your career perhaps. I get this sense that a lot of you have been focusing more on work than you have on your personal relationships. And that is okay. However, I feel like this month the angels are gonna bring forth the person that obviously you seem to be having this issue with, or people that you've been having these issues with, and that there is an option for you to be able to solve the issue with the peaceful resolution card. Let's move on to see what else they have to say. Obviously, stay. So Okay, stay could mean a few things, and obviously it's underneath friendship. So I feel like for some Libra slash Scorpios, I feel like that there's definitely been some issues regarding people in your life, and that you don't know whether to sort of remove them perhaps, or to keep them here with you. And I feel this very strongly. Perhaps you feel like somebody has wounded your pride, perhaps has like upset you beyond words. You know, I feel very strong. It's a very strong emotion. And I feel like that this could be an indication that I feel like this person could be very, very beneficial to you. And I feel like the friendship is like that you used to maybe be friends, now you're not friends, or that there's a chance to be friends perhaps, or that the only way that you can see something working with somebody else is for a friendship. Perhaps they wanted something more, but you're not ready to give that to them, or you don't want to give that to them because you don't see them in that way. I get this sense that there's a friendship opportunity here. And obviously, if you can reach a peaceful resolution perhaps with this person, then definitely, I feel like definitely there's a friendship that can be formed in this month. So we have Amethyst for psychic abilities and behaviour patterns. Now, I know that Scorpio and Libra, well, Libra slash Scorpio cusp, you are naturally a very, very psychic individual, and you all are. All of you are very, very, very psychic and very in tune with what others do around you, and how people make you feel, and what you make other people feel. And I've sensed that this could also be associated with what I was just talking about. Like this might be more of the fact of, if there's some Libra slash Scorpios out there that have basically felt like somebody wants you more than you're willing to give. You can sense this, and I feel this is very, very strong. And I feel like because Amethyst is coming through, that there is spiritual protection for you. You don't have to feel so sort of bunged up and sort of stressed about this. I feel like that if you like the person perhaps more than you believe you do, because I feel like this is more on a subconscious level, I feel like that you may like this person a lot more than you think you may do on a conscious level, but there's something about them that really annoys you or really upsets you. And I feel like because obviously you're very attuned to your psychic abilities and your spiritual awareness, I feel that you might have to sort of investigate this perhaps, and sort of take a step back, observe, and sort of see where the cards lay as such. I feel this very strongly. So let's move on to the next card. Oh, we have the sacral chakra. Obviously, when a chakra comes up in any reading, I always feel that there's a possibility that this could be a block for you. Or it's something that the angels want you to focus on, perhaps, you know. Obviously, the sacral chakra is it means you're highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. And you've got to respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So, of course, you know, there's some of you that might have had like I feel like an allergic reaction to a food perhaps, and I feel like the angels are saying, don't worry, it's fine, you'll be fine, you know, you know this about yourself, your body can't handle this right now. And I feel like the angels are saying it's okay, you know, it's fine, you can carry on. I also feel like, obviously, as I was talking about this relationship issue, perhaps, that obviously if you're not happy, if you don't feel like the same way as this other person, perhaps, then maybe do take yourself away. You know, think about what it is that you want. You know, look after yourself. Do not worry about how other people are all the time. You need to focus on yourself sometimes, and I just get this strong energy from this card to say this to you. I feel like you need to take yourself away to think about yourself. I generally do. So then the next card is meditation brings answers. So of course, as I said, you need to be by yourself. And obviously, as I said, I picked up that some of you, well, most of you are very, very, very psychic. So I feel like meditation will give you answers. And also you can speak to the angels in this way. And you can be more attuned with the universe and how things work in the world, and how you can get answers, I feel strongly. And the angels want to give you some answers, I feel, through the meditation. Obviously, it's underneath peaceful resolutions as well. So I feel like the angels will give you maybe some options, perhaps, how to resolve the issue that you're having, perhaps. Let's move on to Metatron miracles. So of course, Metatron obviously is for the new to spirituality sort of people who need guidance with spirituality. You know, he's here for also indigos as well, and the spiritual children, I call them, and adults, I call them. So obviously, some of you may be indigo, some of you may be crystals, you know, crystal adults, children, you know, rainbows, you know. You might be looking after children who are spiritual children, you know, who are here to give love and messages into the world, you know, who are here to change humanity and that sort of thing. Some of you may be these types of people, or you may know this type of person, or for instance, this is the person that's been causing some issues for you, perhaps. Or see, you could be a parent, or you can have a parent that is one of these children or adults. Sorry, I think more adults if you're parents. I feel like as well, it's obviously because it's the miracles card, so look out for things. Things are going to change. There's going to be a lot of changes for you, I feel. And I feel like there's going to be things that one minute you're going to go, I don't really know what's going on with my life, and I feel a bit rubbish, and I feel like that it's going to be a bit mundane, and you're going to focus yourself in work, and you're going to be sort of, I feel very robot. You feel like a robot, perhaps. And I feel like Metatron is telling you that it's okay. You know, look out for signs. You know, there's many things going on around you, and I feel like one minute, obviously, you will feel down, but then the next minute, this magical thing will happen, and your life will change. I feel this very, very strongly. So let's move on to the last line of. And now have the Seven of Michael. So obviously you have a lot of Archangel Michael around you this month, and I feel like he's here to give you some support. You know, if you feel like what you're doing is right, then go with it. You know, obviously he's now saying there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer, and review all the details. So Libra / Scorpio, I feel like obviously you need people around you in order to be able to fully blossom this month. And I feel like obviously if you have been having issues with somebody, or a couple of people, or a few people perhaps, then go to some of your closer circle, perhaps, and go to them. See if they can offer some advice, perhaps. And maybe, I feel like the angels are telling you that these people in your life are very, very trustworthy. So perhaps go to them. You know, don't take it all by yourself. I feel now that don't take it all by yourself. Go to the people who are closest to you, who you trust, you know, and tell them the information, or ask them for some advice, perhaps. I feel, or of course go to the angels. You know, I would say go to the angels regardless, but that's because I do angel readings. So, but you know what I mean. So go to also someone other types of spiritual belief systems. If you have a different spiritual belief system, then go to the people or the entities or whoever else that you believe that guides you and helps you. Go to your spirit guides, perhaps. And then think about it. So of course, you know, this is obviously in the line of friendship stay, and now we've got to think about it. So obviously there's this person that obviously I feel like to you that they want more from you than you're willing to give them. But if I reckon that you will feel that you want to be more friends with them. So perhaps think about it like this card obviously gives. But I feel like maybe do think about what you do want from this person. I felt like earlier that there might have been some more emotions behind how you generally did feel about this person. So perhaps think about what does this person mean to you? How does this person make you feel, perhaps? I feel this very, very strongly. Let's move on to the next one. We have blue for communication and inner truth. So I feel with blue is that it's a very sort of watery sort of energy, and obviously I believe blue is associated with water, the element of water. Now, of course, this could be a water sign that is with, like, well, you're half water yourself, so this could be more of the Scorpio energy that is coming through, you know, the more of the Scorpio side of you. Or it could be that you're interested in someone else that is a water sign, or somebody else that is a water sign is important. And because it's right underneath your amethyst, perhaps somebody else who is a water sign can help you with your psychic awareness and your psychic abilities and your spiritual practices and your spirituality. Perhaps also you have a Scorpio, not Scorpio, yeah, maybe a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, a parent perhaps that can help you, a sister, a brother, you know, somebody in your family perhaps can help you with fine-tuning your spirituality and your psychic beliefs perhaps. Or you know, somebody who's a friend or a close associate, or it could be this person perhaps, you know, that is a water sign that I feel like can give you some help with the spiritual sense. Next card we have is the base chakra. So okay, so this I feel is definitely a blocked chakra. Obviously your base chakra is obviously, it's to do with obviously your thoughts and how you describe things and stuff. And obviously this card does mean choose your only positive thoughts to describe your home, career and finances, as your words determine your outcome. So of course, think of the law of attraction, if you know what I mean. If you're going to think positively, positive things are going to come to you. If you think negatively, negative things are going to come to you. So pay attention to your thoughts and feelings on things. So obviously, if you're having an issue with somebody, try not to think negatively all the time. What are their positive traits? What is the positivity that they bring to your life? How do they make you feel positively? Perhaps think of the positivity in the situation rather than the negative, because I feel like your thoughts and your feelings, especially if you're an indigo or a spiritual child or adult, that your thoughts and feelings will affect the reality in your life and how you live your life. They will affect you. Next card is ask for help from others. Well, there you go. I said that earlier. I feel like obviously that you need some guidance around you. So obviously, if you don't feel comfortable going to people in your life, you know, go to the angels or go to whoever, like your spirit guides, or you know, if you work with the fairies, go with the fairies, you know, or animals perhaps, you know. There's a load of different sort of spiritual teams that can help you. So if you don't feel comfortable with going to somebody in your life right now, then go to the you know, the divine. Go to the divine, and they will probably give you the answers that you need. And the last one is divine intelligence. So I feel like with this card, because it's Metatron as well, because obviously I'm sensing some spiritual children here as well, or adults, that you know what you're doing, you know. I feel like obviously, or you don't know what you're doing. I feel like some of you know what you're doing and some of you don't. And I feel like that Metatron here is trying to tell you that you are more in tune with what you're feeling and thinking than you believe that you are. And I feel like he is also telling you that, you know, pay attention to things that people say, because I feel like what people are saying to you at the moment is signs and is messages. I feel like maybe spirit is talking through people in your life. I feel this very, very strongly. So let's see if there's anything else that I can pick up from the cards. Right, obviously I do my readings like this, and normally it goes begin, middle, end, and it sort of goes like this always, but sometimes the angels want to give a different type of reading, and that is cool. It's just I give whatever reading needs to be given, and whatever reading I feel like needs to be given. So I'm going to go back to what Michael has to say, because I feel like Archangel Michael is here and he needs to say some more stuff. So if this situation that I was talking about obviously, you know, this other person in your life, it doesn't affect you, then perhaps I feel more of the thing of maybe you've started to do something new, or started a new career, started a new job perhaps. If you have, well done. But I feel like perhaps that you're not 100% happy with this, and I feel like the angels are saying there is a better option available. if you know what I mean. Or especially if you've got 2 job opportunities, look at both of them. Think about which one will better serve you and your personality and how you live, perhaps. I feel like that there's a job opportunity for you that you're going to be very, very hesitant about, or you'll take one road, but then a new road will come available to you, and that road may be better for you. Obviously, we have characteristic traits of brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and harmonious. I don't like sort of adding in people and stars signs to a certain degree in my readings, and obviously I don't use normally what the court cards in the tarot will normally give. I pick up different energy sometimes that are not associated with normally what the card normally tells you. So I feel like this could be a water sign. It could also be an air sign. It could always be you, because these traits are obviously very, very similar to how you guys are. So it could be you. Obviously, as I said, there's a better choice, there's a better course, and there's always things available to you. Especially obviously if you're a psychic, or or obviously if you're a spiritual child, and stuff like that. There is many things for you this month. And obviously meditation does bring answers, so I feel like that will help you be able to communicate with the angels that want to give you some advice right now, want to give you some help with your life issues. Okay, I think that's it. That's all that I can really pick up, perhaps, I think, from your reading. Now, obviously, I'm Indigo Warrior. I am new to the whole reading business for you guys, and I know I'm not going to be for everybody. So if you feel like obviously I didn't, give you a message, then I apologize for that. I just give the messages that I feel are given to me from the angels and that you guys would benefit from hearing. But obviously, if the messages don't apply to you, don't make them fit, But if they do apply to you, then maybe take what the angels have been giving you. Take the angels with you, and perhaps look out for certain things that they have pointed out to you, perhaps. Now, obviously, I'm going to be trying to do readings every month, but the month earlier before, obviously, the month. I'm going to be doing this for every single star sign. So if you feel like somebody else perhaps may benefit from this type of reading, then please, get more people involved. See what other people think, Obviously, like my video if you do like it. Subscribe if you want more videos like this, I know I can't help everybody, and I apologise if obviously this reading didn't resonate with you at all. It's obviously I just get what I get and I go with it. So thank you very, very much. I hope to see you next month. Libra/Scorpio cusp, and blessings to you, and goodbye for now. Bye bye.